Hello everybody, this is Robert with Deep Thought Blog Cycles. I'm sorry, I get that wrong all the time. Deep Thought Cycle Blog. And we're on the night ride home now. And I was too late to bring Elon with me. I wanted to bring him, but I needed to be in a hurry tonight. And actually, you know what? I should make some adjustments before we go. Let me turn off my camera here and try to adjust my rear tire. I'm going to pull it back and I'm going to adjust my headset and make my handlebars straight real quick. So let me turn this off while I do that, okay? Maybe I'll leave it on and I'll show you, okay? Show you what's going on here. And I'll try to bend the camera down so you can see. I know I always forget about that, right? I'm working on it, okay? I hope you can see me now. Alright, so I have a theory here. So I know it's nighttime. I have these horizontal dropouts in the rear. And I feel like I'm going a little bit slower. Now I found out that I was one bar light on my front and back tire before I left. And I know that slows me down. My tires, they've got like 14,000 kilometers on them. They still got a lot in them. So, but in the rain, I feel completely slow. And unless I lost air again, which I don't think I did, but I just started riding again, so I'll have to check my pressure when I get home, make sure I'm not losing any air. You can't just put your hand on it. It's 6 bar and tell if it's a difference. But I have a theory that I did not put my tire back enough, or that it's not straight. Now, as you see me right here, you know how. Now, my friend Artie's in this tug nut here. They got a tug nut, what it's called a tug nut. It's a chain tensioner. And when you got a horizontal dropout, how far do you slide it back? How far is too far? And how do you make sure that, you know, you can see one side straight. How do you make it straight? So for me, that's a huge problem. Because I can't tell straight or not. I know if it's not straight, the brakes will creak. So I'm gonna guess right there, I hope. I'm gonna tighten it a little bit. Move it back a little bit. The question is, if it's too far forward, if the rear tire is too far forward, I feel like you go slower. If I tighten it up, I'll see if the brakes are squeaking. Do we hear any squeaks? No. But you know what? It's not like that scientific, right? What am I supposed to do? Turn the bike over? And I mean, how do we get the back axle to be straight? I have a feeling if the back axle is not straight, that's causing a lot of loss in speed. That's how I feel like. I feel like that's one of my issues right now is I'm feeling a big loss in my speed, and I know it's not because I'm just fat and old. I can feel there's something more going on to this situation, right? So it's hard to know, man. So I'll tighten this a little. I'll tighten the gear side. No, I'm okay. Thanks. Tighten the gear side, and then I'll loosen the other side up. I mean, how are we supposed to do that here? Because the problem is it doesn't exactly. You know, if I loosen it, it goes straight. You know, how do we know it's straight, right? How do we know what is straight? I pull on the back a little bit. Maybe a tensioner for both sides. Because it could go right and left, right? You can make a right and left, so how do we know? How did the pros do it? I'm not a pro. I'm just an average Joe. And so my chain is came off twice. Yesterday and today once. I wasn't on camera when it came off. It was a pain in the ass for me. I need to clean my drivetrain. I need to completely disassemble it. I need to clean my bike. You know, I don't got time to do that. So I'm in a tough spot here with my time wise. So what I'm gonna do, put it back together now. Well, let's wheel it one more. Make sure we got no squeaks. The rotor. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put it back together, and when I was riding every week, since I'm just starting, this my first week back, and you know I'm only going on these short 30-kilometer rides, 32-kilometer rides. If you've ever seen my older blogs, you know I would average about, you know, around 80 kilometers a day to 100 sometimes on the weekends or whatever. But now I'm down to 60 and 70 kilometers a day ride. So I don't have that opportunity to be in the area where there's mechanics that could disassemble my bike and clean it while I work on my computer, right? That sounds pretty lazy, huh? But the truth of the matter is, I don't have a lot of time, man. Let me tell you, I use a lot of tool sets. I hope you can see this here. This is my tool set I use now. All the tool sets, like the ones park tool and stuff, they all break. So nothing wrong with carrying Allen wrenches around, right? In my great little bag here. All right, I'll try to keep the lens clean. I saw there's an annoying drop on one of the videos. I know you watched the video like, wipe off the drop. You know, I can't tell if there's a drop on the lens until I go home. Okay. Let's see if there's any difference in speed, huh? Or if it's all in my head. Call me crazy, but I think a little bit of those little things you could actually feel, I believe. in the drive. I believe you feel it. And I know I said that before. I'm sensitive to that thing. That kind of stuff here. So here we are. Going home to an empty house with just my kids, or I'm sorry, my animals. Now I wanted to give you guys a lot of really cool news headlines that I found, like news cipher type stuff. Unfortunately, I can't do that because my Keep, I used Google Keep, it did not synchronize. So I'm going to go from the top of my head with some stories I remember. And I don't know if we're going to do the blog the whole way. Sorry, man. Got to rearrange things a little bit. If you know what I mean. Okay. So anyways. Let me tell you about my day today. I had a deadline to finish these notebooks. And I wasn't able to do it. I told you I'm creating this self-learning education management system is what I call it. And it was my last class for them, but I tried to get their parents to go one more class because I want to give them something for their notebooks for next year. I'm very excited with these kids' progress. I've been teaching them since they're in kindergarten, and now they're in fourth grade, growing up in front of my eyes. So you gotta be careful right here. This stuff right here, this kind of pavement here, you will slide on your bike, man. Be careful, man. Don't turn crazy. And I got this blinking light right now, and it's not the best light. I could blink, but I can't see, right? I can blink, but I can't see. It's all right. I'm kind of getting a, what do you call it, man? My eyes going crazy. Hold the camera straight. What do you call that? My English sucks now. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go into convulsions with the blinking lights. Oh! Shows a lot of my eyes. Maybe I got it upside down the wrong way. I think I mounted it upside down. Shouldn't be a big deal. Well, I don't want to lose my speaker. Oh, I better slow down. Can't see the bumps. If I hit a big bump right now, my speaker is not really in there right there. There we go. Okay. So anyways. Oh, I forgot to tighten my fuck. We're gonna do that now on the bridge. We gotta do that. Sorry, we gotta do that. There's good light right here anyways. My handlebars are not straight. Kind of bothers me. we're gonna do that is get one of these little wrenches out. It's not really rocket science. Just straighten these out. Overdue. Kind of amazes me this is such a small Allen wrench. Turn on the camera for you here. With all this stuff on my handlebars, it's kind of difficult to see when it's lined up straight, right? Alright, so I loosen it now. I'm going to very carefully try to straighten it out just a little bit. Oh, there we go. Is that too much? Let me get up here and see here. Seems about right to me. You know, it seems like this day and age we should have like a handlebar standardization where it could be slitted or something, and that way you wouldn't need to adjust the alignment, and it would just always be like perpendicular to the steer tube. That seems like it'd be quite a good bike invention and advancement, huh? That way all you got to do is tighten it. You don't got to eyeball to see if it's straight, right? It seems like some smart engineers would be able to figure out a way to make that happen, right? Now I'll be super fast, huh? Seems like that would be a logical thing to happen, right? Is that straight? I think it is. Got a long ride, huh? Got a long ride home, man. We'll pick up the speed as we get into Jujang Newtown. Ah, man. Good news, kind Sir Artie has found a Giro or a Giro, however you say that helmet, and he says it's the bee's knees, man. He says it's pretty comfortable. I got this Bell helmet that he sent, and it seemed like a nice helmet, honestly, and maybe for kids or casual use it might be an alright helmet, or maybe somebody with a different head shape than me, I don't know. But my experience so far after riding, I don't know, about 140 kilometers or something. Oh, how long we had this helmet? I have to look at my records. I guess maybe like, rode about 5 days, I think it's the 5th ride. Or maybe 300 kilometers or something. Just got some pressure points that it hits. And that brings me to our next topic here on what's going on. I promised you for a long time I'm going to be doing some reviews. Now I'm coming to the end of this big project. Aside from the crazy lady that we already talked about too much, my wife, who probably will be heading back when she realizes how hard it is to swim by herself. just to fuck my life up some more and my kids, but we have to keep on keeping on. I don't know what she's gonna do, man. But regardless of what she does, my plan is to ride 6 days a week and rest 1 day for the rest of my goddamn life. I'm just kidding. For a little while. Okay? Jesus, almost couldn't see those people. Almost couldn't see them. So, also, you know, when I'm working my ass off and riding around to 3 jobs a day, it's really easy. I know where I'm going. When I don't gotta go to work, I don't know that I'm gonna put my life in danger, because why I look like a pro in the middle of the streets, there is a danger factor to that. And I gotta try to keep that danger level low for my kids, not seek it out just for fun. Not trying to be a daredevil. You know, I just ride like that to go to work, right? During the non-work rides, I'll be going out to rural areas. I mean, I'm not afraid to ride in the city. Hell no. And that's the scary thing, is you should be very afraid, right? Be aware. Stay with Fox News. Fuck. So, I thought about taking the big bridge home tonight, but I got a lot of work to do. It's already late. That's a longer way home. We'll do that sometime. It's a big goddamn bridge. You want to do that tonight? Nah. The thing is, it's a big bridge, and then it's a tunnel. There's nothing there. I don't know. I go home sometimes that way. We'll do it another night. Okay, let's stay on this route tonight. I'll be getting some different routes though for everybody. Oh, electric bikes, huh? They're pretty popular, huh? We're gonna talk about that too. The deal is, I'm gonna do reviews, and as I don't drink beer anymore for my 42nd birthday, it will be a beer-free review, but that doesn't mean we can't hang back. And I want to say perhaps there'll be a beer in there, but I guess not. And don't get me wrong, I do like beer. I'm just on a fucking journey to reinvent, find inner pleasure, right? So, well, I'm gonna do some reviews, so sit down and don't matter, whatever. I promise you that I'll give you the best advice I can. So if you're out there trying to buy something that I've been using, I can let you know. And awesome, already's got some fresh stuff coming over. If there's anybody out there that ever wants to have an honest review, I mean, as long as it's not like something ridiculous, Send it over, man. I'll check it out. One day we'll have 10 million subscribers. They could really go crazy, right? But anyways, so reviews are coming. I wanted to go out and do one this Thursday, Friday. I'm not sure, it depends on the status of this development that I'm working on, closing out this project. So, have no fear. Soon it will become. Promise you. I love to talk about the sandals I'm wearing. And hell, I'll talk about these sandals. You see the rain? It's been raining non-stop this week, huh? And I had on the same shoes. That's what these shoes are made for. Now, as a fresh rider, after being out of the saddle for 5 months, your feet get some red spots, but that's no big deal. These shoes are for riding bikes. If you're gonna be walking around all day, you're gonna want to bring an extra pair. I mean, I've worn these all day to teach in. If you go to a job and you can get away with sandals, sure, man, you can keep these on, especially if you're going like one place to the other. You know, I saw Jones bars. I'm using Jones bars. They got a new Jones. Oh, I feel like I'm still not straight. Is that right? Wow, is that right? Oh, I'll take a real good look at it later. I'm using these Jones bars. They got a new kind of bar. I forget what they call it. It's like these, but it's got a like bar ends in the middle right here. I don't know, man. I'm happy with my bars. I mean, I always put so much stuff in the middle. I don't know, if they're right here, they might be all right. Might be kind of cool. Joan's wife sent me these bars, and they're a great deal. I mean, if you want to change your bike, I always say, like, throw some Jones bars on there and you'll find a great comfortable bars, man. It's like a brand new bike, much better than just flat bars, I think. A lot of people say that though. You look around, great reviews, of course, everywhere about it, right? So anyways, got some reviews coming, and I was thinking about, you know, where to ride. Of course, I'll be going to this camp. I'll tell you all about this camp coming up. Teaching camp, like they call it a leadership camp. I'll be able to ride it there. I think that's about 35 kilometers from my house. I'll be riding that every day, about 3 weeks. But I thought about looking at Wikipedia and just go on some random rides. I'm not sure if my kids are gonna ever come back or not. If my kids come back, I'll throw the trailer on my bike. That'll slow me down by about like 5 to 7 kilometers an hour. But we'll do that. But the idea was to ride out to someplace cool, sit down, do a review, look at some of the stuff going on, shoot the shit a little bit, and then ride back and not be a fat old man. And get some videos on YouTube for you guys. I seen like far west China. Wow, these guys going crazy with drones, huh? I'm sitting like in the dark ages. It's alright. I wonder if a drone could like fly around for like an hour and a half. Just follow me. I'd be like, hey, what's up, drone? Don't bomb anybody, huh? Stay away from the Middle East, drone. They want to go over drop bombs on people and shit. If I had a drone, I'd be like racist against a drone. I'll be all, fuck you, drone. Look at all those problems you're making in the world. Always gotta bomb people and shit. You drones are fucked up kind of technology, huh? You probably want to just decimate the human race, huh? Well, fuck you, drone. You be my bitch and take pictures. All you drones are all the same, right? What, you want to be a terrorist drone? Are you watching those extreme videos again, Joe? Yeah. Alright, you guys want to go straight? Follow that bridge? Alright, fuck it, I'll take you on that bridge. We could do that. Why not? We could see if I still remember how to ride a bike. We can try it. Something new. Ready? So this is another way home. I could try to remember the news stories that I looked at 4 in the morning. It's a bit past my bedtime right now. I don't know what I don't have a bedtime. So I'll do a recap just before I forget. We're gonna go out to some nice place, do some nice things, and then go back home, all right? So this here, I don't know what the name of this bridge is. It's a little bit of a bitch though. You know how bridges turn out to be, right? I think we got the videos on this bridge. I'm sure we have. When I was younger and stronger. There we go. So I look on Wikipedia. I even thought about, like, you know, staying the night. Let's go on some big rides. But I'm not sure about my children, where they're at. And I can't just give up everything and ride. I gotta work too, you know, so. You can't see this right now. It sucks. God, because I'm riding here right now, they got the lights broken. They got a big arch here. I just seen a documentary called The Bridge to Baghdad. And it's a documentary, used to be on Free Speech TV, about kids that were scared before the second Iraq War. about kids talking in New York, kids in America. That bridge in Iraq looked just like this bridge. And actually, this is not the big bridge. This is the bridge to the bridge. There's another bridge coming up. Another bridge. Alright, sorry about that. Getting used to these new pants. Sometimes the padding's a little bit weird. So this is the bridge to the bridge, right? You know, Free Speech TV, before they sold out, they had a lot of good anti-WTO and a lot of good protest videos for not in our name. And then something happened and all those videos disappeared, right? I said, now we're going. We still haven't got to the big bridge yet. I'm not going to use my GPS. I'm just going to keep going because I remember this way. Strange, man, these pants. I know they're too big. I didn't pull them up all the way. I'm going to stop on the bridge. But anyways, yeah, welcome to this city. So this is a asphalt jungle, right? This ain't the rainforest. This ain't beautiful, and this is nighttime. Should have done a daytime video, I know. I was in a hurry, and my preparation on my Google Keep was gone. I had an outline, man, and that's where we're at. So brings me to the next topic. I used to do this thing called News Cypher. Try to do it. We're gonna have some rides where I'm gonna hit the cool things that I see happening in the news, right? I can't really see there. You gotta be careful, because even in what looks like a new city like this, a new street, they could have some big fucking potholes, right? So you gotta watch out for that, man. They will kill you. So when you're in a situation like this, on a big street, you just go straight, man. You don't want to be swerving all around like a toad, man. Do toads swerve? Where's my music at? Pausing. You gotta be careful when you adjust your music. That you don't die. Because when you look one way, your bike goes the other, right? Woo-wee. So here we are. I like this kind of. This reminds me of Ghost in the Shell, and like, what's that movie? What is the name of that goddamn movie that I like? Am I right on these? Let me think. Blade Runner! Yeah, so we're gonna go down. And there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? Watch out. One of my biggest worries is, you know, I've seen accidents, cars smashing other cars right in front of me. So, when you're looking for accidents and you're trying to be careful, keep your fucking distance from the cars, because they run into each other like idiots all the time. You know what I mean? Like bumper cars. Like bumper cars. I used to stop at places like that and drink beer. I'm not doing that though, am I? No, sir. Nope. So, we'll be doing headlights. Let me see if I could go through my memory and pull out what I saw today. World news. If I can remember. Of course, we got Syria. Australia said because of Russia's warning that they're going to ground their planes and not fly any air missions over Syria to avoid getting in a conflict with Russia. Iran has launched ballistic missiles. Fucking A. Fuck did I hit? Now, if that was my TK540, no problem, we would be running over boulders. Shit. I still think my handlebars are not straight. Iran's using missiles inside Syria. People talking about America. Make sure my bag's on there straight. Sometimes one of the corners doesn't get clipped in right on the pannier bag. You always gotta put your foot back there and check that out sometimes. Sometimes America, I hear, there's an accident. Speaking of the devil, oh man, beware. They say America's lifting out ISIS forces, rebels in Syria. Man, is there anybody that thinks America should just stop destabilizing the region? I'm sure everybody thinks that, right? Just keep going on the bridge. Straight, remember, straight. Straight, just keep going straight. So anyhow, I try to remember real news stories. That's a pretty shitty recollection. I know, I'm sorry for what's happening in the world. That really wasn't shit. I'm not really like a computer that can remember every little goddamn thing. But in the future, I will take some notes, sir. US news. Everybody know that that black pregnant mother got shot and killed after she called the police, and she was mentally unstable. I just want to say, and I'll say this before, man, if the Chinese police act like that, they would have shot my wife a lot. I've seen my wife had knives a lot, be dangerous, but I didn't have to shoot her and kill her like what happened in the news. That shit ain't right. There had to have been another way to de-escalate that situation. It's terrible. What else is happening in world news? You know, I'm tired. I can't remember that much right now. I've been real busy today. I could have had no video blog, but I said, no, we're gonna do it. We're gonna vlog. We're gonna ride on the Strange Bridge. Show everybody what goes up and down over bridges. So like, US news. I can't remember what else was in the US. Oh yeah. Why talk about Tesla now? Tesla said they will let the city use its tunnel ideas. Elon Musk said that. And the mayor said the hardest thing about making these tunnels is not the technology, it's the permits. And that's kind of sad, right? That bureaucracy keeps us from being great, right? So, well, I hope we're on the right road here. I think we are. We're gonna find out the hard way. Oh shit. Finding out the hard way. Oh no. Need to stop on the bridge. Oh, I think we're going to try to go straight. Let's see here. Just for not using my GPS. And I still got my charger. Hopefully our battery doesn't run out on my phone. You'll have to run around like a wild man. I think I should be in that lane over there. Let's see here. It's been a long time. So, in other news, tunnels, cool, in the future. Elon Musk said that he will let other companies use this charging network. What a lot of people don't realize, he said that already many times. He said that. Well, let me fix my music, okay? I like to stop on the overpass a lot, but I'm not listening to the same shit. Shaking. Damn, man. Can you guys feel that? I'll bet you could see that on the sensor. Must be going up and down a meter, man. That shit is scary a little bit, man. Scary. Whoa. Whoa, this shit, man. This shit feels like it's gonna break, man. I just stand here and feel it shake a little bit. That's wild. Feel the flat. That ain't my rims. That's a fucking bridge. Damn, man. Working on it. Working on it. You ready? Oh my God, a new road! Life is laying out something new. Here we are on this beautiful piece of equipment, the shaky bridge, sweat running down my face, and we're gonna talk about Elon Musk, baby. Elon, baby. So anyways, that deal's coming, right? Next deal. They say that Elon Musk is near signing the deal to having production in this gigafactory. Open a gigafactory in China, which I'm not sure. I know he wants people to copy him, and if he wants people to copy, he sure is coming to the right place. Remember, straight, man. You stay in your lane, go straight. Be cool. People could see you, unless you're my wife. They ain't gonna try to blatantly kill you. You don't need to be all American policeman. I'm just kidding. That's a terrible joke. Sad. So anyhow, it's over here. So if he comes to China and opens a gigafactory, let me play out this scenario for you. Before I talk about the gigafactory, number one, you see how I'm riding on the shoulder right now? Man, you will get flat tires. You ride on this shoulder like this. I don't like to press my luck. Thank God I got my Marathon Supremes on. You don't want to get a flat right here. Shit is not good. I'm gonna let this guy pass because we don't want to die. Go ahead. Dead swordsman. So anyways, you should see this in the day. It's not very beautiful. But, all right, talk about Elon Musk's Gigafactory. Here's the deal. Out by Shanghai, surrounded. Yeah, right over here. Don't kill me. Fucking A, man. Get the fuck away from me. I should be faster than these trucks, huh? I'm gonna take over the lane. I can hang. Oh, we're drifting now. Woo. So anyways, like the Gigafactory, safety in numbers, baby. We're gonna pass these guys. The Gigafactory, well, in Shanghai outside of a university the other day, there was news that a workerless shop, that means a shop fully automatic with no workers, was open. Right? And that in itself is scary. Before we talk about that, let me talk about rental bikes. Rental bikes. You know that orange bike? Remember when we first started seeing them in the streets? And now they're everywhere. That was a year, right? Crazy. In 1 year, they flooded the streets. Mad success. Well, that shop that opened in front of the university in Shanghai, where you don't need any workers. You go buy your shit and all automatic. When that becomes successful and opens all over, like the mobikes, the bicycles, that is going to hugely disrupt the economy. Well, I should have my big bike light on the back. I will put on my big bike light tomorrow. Shit. Yeah, hello, you like the Super Edge? We should go faster! And then you'll really like it more. Go, Speed Racer, go! You gotta watch out for holes in the road. I'm not familiar with this road enough to remember where the holes are. So I'm trying to focus on not fucking dying right now. And not getting stopped by this cop. Let's chime in on the cop. He's just laying there, man. Hanging out, man. They do that shit a lot on these I've seen people painting their cars up here and shit, man. Where do we go? Fucking. Dangerous parts right there. When you have to change, that's the dangerous part, man. I could have gone straight, I think. Oh, that's dangerous, man. Are you shitting your pants yet? Don't do that. Unless you're in New York. Everybody carrying diaper bags on their bikes. So anyways, if those automatic stores open up and are popular like the mobikes, that's gonna fuck shit up. Now, huge unemployment rate. Now I'm gonna tie this together. Like Elon Musk, I don't know if you know this or not, Tesla, the car, it's not just the most awesome thing. Elon Musk is interested in the innovation. Remember I said stay straight, right? I could have gone right, and I would have died from that car. Straight line, buddies. He's interested in developing production, like revolutionizing production. And his gigafactory is using the most modern production techniques and innovative production techniques found anywhere in the world. If he does that in China is going to duplicate and replicate that effort. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean China's going to steal the ideas? Intellectual rights? Is that what I'm talking about? No, man. I'm talking about production is going to be so efficient. Millions and millions of jobs are going to be lost here. And the leadership is going to be questioned probably. And if that happens, then we might have a wag the dog situation. The perfect storm. Now, you have to worry about that. Now let me give you another example. How does this tie in? Right now, I don't have a bright light, so it's kind of dangerous. My last class of the year, of the term, I took my brightest students and I sat them together and I gave them their most challenging activity. Do you know what that challenging activity is? You know what it was? It was to make a story together in a group. Now let me tell you why. Chinese students and their classrooms are rarely given the opportunity to work in groups. And they're very rarely given the opportunity for creative thinking exercises and activities. So they might be able to do math and some things well, but when it comes to like open-ended questions for a test, or things that require creative thinking, it is a big challenge. So my students, when I tell them to make the story, it's like half of the activity, you had a story about a cat and mouse, pirate cat, pirate mouse on a ship. And half of the questions were filled out on the paper. Like it was like sentences, missing words, right? So I'm like, okay guys, I'm gonna give you guys 30 minutes to work together and talk about it in English, use the dictionaries. And on the bottom half of the paper, they had to continue the story, but it was just blank lines. No prompts. So, and what they did, I've replicated for years and years from all different age groups in the Chinese classrooms. What they did, as they sat together, and even though it was a group activity, they weren't talking to each other. They tried to do it by themselves on their computer. I said, no, man, what the hell? You guys gotta talk together. You gotta write, communicate. It's a team, not an individual. They had a hard time. They're like dumbfounded. So I let them flail like a fish out of water for 10 minutes. And then I started to help them. I'm like, what kind of ship? It says the cat and the mouse had a fill in the blank ship. I'm like, what kind of ship would you guys like it to be? Like a fast ship, a slow ship, a magic ship? Oh yeah, magic ship, okay. And like, with every single question, required a prompt from me. If I give them some examples, they would be happy to agree with me. But in their psychology, they couldn't come up with it by themselves. So I walked, because they don't ever get that opportunity ever. So I walked them through that. And then, after we did that, got to continue the story. So I got this story, I'm like, okay, so the cat's wearing a magic necklace, the mouse has magic boots and a magic hat. I'm like, okay, so what is the magic, man? Like, what can the hat do? What kind of magic? And they can't even answer that. So I'm like, okay, how about invisible, right? And look in the dictionary, what does invisible mean? Oh yeah, cool, they all like that idea. So then I continue the activity. And they're not able to make the story. They still cannot. So I'm like, okay, so what would you do if you're invisible, one by one? And that kind of question, and always, all my years, you know, like asking my oral English classes, what would you do if you were invisible? These kind of questions and open-ended creative thinking questions are a challenge easily for majority of my students in all levels, all backgrounds, all ages. It's a sign that the system has a problem. So we did that activity. Now I want to go down to my go fast position here like this, like leaning over my bars, but I can't touch my brakes when I'm leaning over. And because I'm not sure about if there's any potholes or not, I gotta have both hands in the braking position, alright? Well, we can go fast. Oh shit. We can go fast, baby! Do you really want me? If you really let me know, if you really need me, come on, baby! Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Woo-wee. Oh, everybody loves the tunnel except for in the zombie movies! Okay, so after the class, oh, we're gonna be loud. Torque, baby. I don't want to be on the side of this truck. I don't want to be on the side. I hate it. Hate it. Stay away from me, big truck. So after the class, I told my friend, because all these children, you know, I love these kids. Oh, he's faster than me, huh? I'm like a slow motherfucker. That truck's laughing at me. Come on, fat old man. Have some diesel. Woo. Exhaust. So like, these kids, they mean a lot to me, man. Like, it's like my family. I mean, close, almost closer than my family, because I don't have any family that fucking cares about me at all. So, hardly. And then my family out there that does care about me, I love you too. Obviously that message is not directed towards you. If there's somebody out there that cares, right back at you. I'm confused. Hold on a second here. Hangxi. It's been a long time. I'm gonna go straight. When in doubt, carry on my wayward son. There'll be life when you are dying. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you die, oh no. Anyhow, like, I love these kids, so I'm talking to my friend about his son. I'm like, yeah, man, like, first I had to talk about my fucked up wife. I mean, I feel bad for my friend, man. I don't have a lot of friends because my slave master doesn't allow that. So the only friend I got after class, I'm like, man, let me tell you some shit that will make your head spin around like The Exorcist. And of course they don't got The Exorcist in China, so he doesn't really know what I'm talking about when I say that. Oh, blinking shit I can't say. Anyhow, and he's telling me, I told him how nice his wife is, that it's a normal family, right? And he's telling me, yeah, how proud he is of his son. I said, cool, man, you should be proud. And he showed me his pictures of the awesome stuff they're doing, and really, those kids, they go to the best school I've ever seen in China. I've taught at a lot of schools, and their school consistently, the students' parents show me what they're doing in that school. And I think it's because it's an engineering, I mean, that's a really good, innovative hotspot. The parents, even though they're Chinese and they're from the old system, a lot of innovative parents are my students. So he showed me that his son was in a handheld 3D printing class, and how they're having fun creating stuff, and that's a big deal in China. And they're talking about bringing STEM. And I said, you know, that's awesome, but you know what? You're doing that like it's an after-school activity where you stick it out. They need to get that into the curriculum. So we need to get that in the curriculum, I said. And we were talking about it, you know, it takes, now listen, I'm not just running around circles. Oh, we can't play that song. YouTube will not. You know I'm rich, right? I'm getting millions and millions of dollars. On the way to 10 million subscribers. Maybe you will be 10 million. Click that subscribe button, right? You might be the 10 millionth winner. You guys are not getting into accidents right here, are you? Oh, look at that. I mean, look, in the middle of nowhere, these guys are like running into each other, right? How the fuck does that even happen, man? I see it all the time. Like, go out and there's no other cars except for two, and they just run into each other. I don't know, man. Anyhow, like I was telling you, so I told them that's after school. We're talking about curriculum. Well, man, they got to change curriculum, but it takes 5 or 6 years easy just to, and it's hard to change in China, man. Change happens at a slower rate, right? Just following me in my psychedelic light show here in the night, okay? So anyways, but I said, okay, well, listen here. If those automated shops are like Mobike, and the factories copy Elon Musk, it doesn't matter if his son is learning a little bit of innovation and creative thinking, because they're not teaching that in the classrooms, like in the English classrooms, and it won't come out till he's in 11th grade. All these generations are in great trouble. There's a tsunami coming, I'm telling you. So I'm trying to create the self-learning education management system to mitigate, is that the right word? The damage, and to help empower children for education. That's a goal. So he's going for the university he works at, which is a very prestigious Chinese University of Technology. He's going to Texas to be a visiting scholar, and he's going to study education interface technology. And I said, well, man, that's pretty much like what I'm developing. Nobody's paying me, but I've been developing that for years, man. And that's crazy. I mean, all these people being visiting scholars, getting recognized, and getting all their paperwork, they're learning in the classroom what I work day and night with my bare hands. Now, I don't know, man. Will I get some out? I hope there's some positive results of my research and my efforts. I know people laugh at me, but I'll tell you what, man, I spend hundreds and thousands of hours on making these systems. And because I wasn't limited by the paycheck, I don't know anybody else that has just given their heart and soul. Elon Musk says they're looking for people at SpaceX, and I read the interns on the Reddit group talking about how getting jobs, they were completely more interested in activities and projects you worked on. One of my future outlook hopes now is first and foremost to be a good father and to educate my children and the others the best I can. But secondly is to, you know, perhaps even try to work at SpaceX or Tesla. I know you're laughing. You're like, fucking, you're a crackhead, Rob, and you're probably right. I'm probably a crackhead, but at least I'll be like, hey man, look it. I got this learning management system, and like, put me to use in like educating the staff, because I was like a T3 technical trainer for Plexter Corporation once, Shinano Kinshi, Japan, before I kind of fucked that job up. Should I tell you the story how I fucked that job up? Well, why not? I think I told this story before. I'm gonna tell you guys again, okay? So, after I left Germany, terribly, I wish my wife would have opened up her heart a little bit more and been patient with me, because I was not a man yet. I was still a young boy. I can't change that. I would have loved to try it again in Germany, but anyways, I went back to the US, and like, things really changed there, man. There was a ton of jobs in 1995 and 94, and there was like shit in before the 9/11, right? There's a problem with deficit, budgets. 9/11 made everybody forget that the economy was fucked up, and there's a budget problem. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but like, coming back to America and looking for jobs, the one ad section in the newspaper was like 20 pages compared to when it was like 150 pages in 1994. The economy clearly slowed down. And anyways, I got this job for Shinano Kinshi Japan, which owned Plextor, to open their North America support center in Colorado. And I was hired one of the first people as a senior T3 technical trainer. I went there and I showed the guy what I did in Germany, trying to make my own computer business, and Jim Michaels was his name. He was a hell of a smart engineer. He used to design missiles or some shit, and part of the military industrial complex, and he was in charge. And we were in the office putting the T1 and stuff, getting ready to set the support center up. And he would take me out to his luxurious $1 million house, multi-million-dollar mansion that he was building. And he was like grooming me and teaching me, you know? I didn't realize it because I was going through culture shock of being in Germany and coming back. I was completely going through shock, you know? And I didn't realize that this nice guy was trying to fucking be like a father, man. I couldn't handle it. So I was like all restless and frisky, watching him build his $1 million home. And then they sent us out to, and I was like, they started me at $38,000 a year. It was a dream job. A dream job, you know, I mean, like, awesome. Coming back in, I was so lucky to find that job. They sent me to San Jose with a team of people, the support staff. And when I was in San Jose, Silicon Valley, got to meet some super awesome people. Oh, I hope I'm going the right way, man. Super awesome people. You know what they did? Like, I met the guy that made the Adaptec SCSI layer. If you remember SCSI, SCSI devices. Awesome. I mean, I was a fan of Plexter before they gave me the job. I'm like, wow, Plexter, that's awesome, man. I love CD burners back when CD burners were new, you know? That was cool shit for me. And I saw like the campuses in Silicon Valley. I never saw a campus like all the software companies' headquarters, and I'm like, wow, man. Like, wow, that's some crazy shit. Like, I was shocked when I saw those campuses, like Sun Microsystem, and I mean, it was like huge, like Colossus. It blew my brain. And they had me, I'll make sure my camera's on. I hate to be talking to myself, man. I hope I wasn't talking to myself. Please let the camera be on. Don't let it be for nothing. Whew. Friend, you're there. You're with me. Clean that off. How you like that, huh? Awesome. So, when I went to Silicon Valley, they put us on a per diem, which means they give us money for food, right? Every day, part of the company. And I went there and like, they're giving us like lobster breakfast and shit, and I'm like, wow. Like I was just living in an East German mountain village for 6 years where it was cold as fuck in the winter, and I got introduced to housing with no heat, and like East Germany after walking, I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong, East Germany was awesome. I don't need money to be cool at all. I mean, it was just a huge contrast. And then I'll go in the offices, like when I was working my ass off in the corner, trying to learn HTML and learn how to make my website, and to be here and see the craziness, what was Silicon Valley, and the way people and their offices just live like crazy, and to do the training, to do the technical support, because like I'm autistic, like it was a walk in the park, man. I was supposed to create the training material for them. Now, let me tell you how I fucked up that job, okay? When I was there, I met the lead, like the web designer for Plex Store, and she was German. And like, I was so happy when I first came back to the US. Like when I was in Germany, I was like, I know my German friends are gonna laugh at me, but I was speaking German way more than I'm speaking Chinese, right? Because I could understand it,
illness, permanent paralysis,
and I could relate to, I could read it, and it's a beautiful language, you know? Way more fucking easy than Chinese for me. And so when I came back to America, I wanted to speak German all the time. Is that crazy? I know that sounds kind of goofy, but I was like homesick for Germany. I was heartbroken. Oh, they're not gonna monetize the video. Anyways, don't matter. I'm not getting money with. But I was like, so I met this girl, and I hung out in her office. And oh man, this is so cool. Can I work here and do this job? And she's all, yeah, cool. Let me ask the boss. And the boss said, yeah, if it's okay with your boss. And my boss is all, nah, you gotta stay here and do your job. Now, I'm such a stupid fuck. Alright, at this time, I met a girl And she was my roommate, and she turned into my girlfriend. She was a nice girl if she's watching right now. And she had diabetes real bad. And I just was like, she was looking to marry somebody, and I was more like boyfriend. I just want to be friends, kind of. And it really moved into where I didn't really want to go that much. But I really liked her, and she bought a car for me, and a really cool 300ZX Nissan 300Z. And after being in East German Mountain Village and coming back and having a T-top Nissan at a BMW, she bought me a BMW motorcycle. I mean, can't remember. And it was just kind of surreal for me to drive around in the car, and I'm like, baby, I want to go to Germany. I mean, I want to go do that job, and he won't give me that job. Fuck, I'm gonna quit. And what the fuck was I thinking? You know, I was drinking too much. I was not able to relate, right? I'm going real slow going home. Sorry, just talking to you guys. I was like, I was itching for more, and I just didn't have the patience. You know, I grew up by myself since I was 14. I didn't have like anybody. I know that's like a cop out, and that's bullshit to, I mean, other people grow up with no parents and they do great.